Hey there. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Dr. Craig Banks, and I'm a sports chiropractor and the founder of Pinnacle Chiropractic and Max Recovery in Cuyahoga Falls, Ohio. One of the questions I always get asked is exactly what is happening during a chiropractic adjustment. So, whether you're in my office for pain, headaches, healing from a car accident or sports injury, or just in for a wellness checkup, what's happening inside of your body is extremely specific. So, chiropractic adjustment is a very safe and controlled force applied to a specific joint to restore its normal mobility and function. There's a big variety of different adjusting techniques that chiropractors can use to improve neuromusculoskeletal health, but those various techniques can include a lot of different hands on methods, while other techniques use special tables or instruments to do the adjustment. So your chiropractor is going to choose a technique based upon your individual needs, body type, condition, so that it's going to be well suited to your situation, comfort, and preference. For example, I'm not going to be adjusting a 90-year-old grandma the same as I'm going to adjust my NFL lineman. So commonly, we're going to use our hands with a fast but gentle thrust in a specific direction applied to the targeted joint to restore its normal function. The key term here is going to be specific. So the adjustments provided by chiropractors are very precise and intentional to increase the ability for movement and healing in the involved joints. Unlike popping your knuckles to simply make a noise, chiropractors are going to examine and feel the spine or extremities with their hands to determine the exact joints involved and the specific of that joint needing attention. So then we're going to deliver a controlled adjustment applied to the particular involved joint. So, like I mentioned, although a lot of chiropractors are most commonly known for their work with neck and back, most docs, such as myself, also address other joints in the body, such as shoulders, elbows, hands, knees, ankles, and feet. So, everyone always wants to know what that popping noise is that happens during some adjustments. And a lot of people think that it's bones cracking, breaking, or rubbing together, but that's absolutely not what it is. So when chiropractors are looking at joints to work on, what we work on are what are called synovial joints, and they are freely movable joints created by two bones and then surrounded by a joint capsule. Inside that joint capsule, there's a lubricant called synovial fluid. That also serves as a source of nutrients for the cells that maintain the joint cartilage. So inside of that, the contents of synovial fluid also contains dissolved gases of oxygen, nitrogen, carbon dioxide. When you stretch that synovial joint, it actually creates a pressure within the fluid that results in an exchange of the dissolved gases. In a lot of instances, that will create a sound. I always tell the patients that the sound is just that air releasing from the joint so they know that it is not their bones breaking or cracking. So synovial joints can be found all along the spine, and we'll often call those facet joints. Facet joints contain a lot of different tiny nerves that detect position, and they are by far the most common joint type that's adjusted in a chiropractic office. So the fancy formal term for the popping noise is actually joint cavitation. And it's important to know that the amount of joint cavitation does not determine the success of an adjustment. Though the joint noise usually happens, different types of an adjustment might give you a different level of cavitation. Similar adjustments, even on a different day, might have different sounds. A lot of light and low impact adjustments may not even make any sounds at all, but they're still very effective in restoring your joint function. So that synovial joint provides the ability for movement, but can also prevent or movement to keep you out of injury. So while it's very easy to take your knuckles and make noise with your spine, you can actually overstretch and cause injury to that joint. So that's why you should never try to adjust yourself or allow somebody else to try to adjust you. Or if your buddy who knows how to crack your back, well, he might mean well, but he could actually injure you, so you should probably pass. Even though you might get relief from that when your joints make the noise, that's actually due to a release of neurochemicals in the brain that act like natural morphine in the area they worked on, and it works for about 20 minutes. You probably have a monkey come and jump on your back and you'd feel better for about 20 minutes, but it's not really providing any benefits. Real chiropractic adjustments are a lot more than just some sound show and a lot of noise. So we know from extensive research that it actually provides a lot of many multiple physiological benefits, such as restoring your normal joint range of motion, normalization of nerve function and even vascular function near the joint that's being adjusted, relaxation of the muscles near the joint because they can be protecting the joint through spasm, and getting that adjustment will help return it to its natural tone. We know there's a decrease of inflammation when the stress on the joint is relieved, and there's of course a decrease in pain through the release of the endorphins at the region of care. So this is why chiropractic can actually help reduce the need for our patients to take certain medications like muscle relaxers, anti-inflammatory drugs, and painkillers. So what happens during an adjustment is extremely complex. Um, it safely restores the motion to the involved joints, and it actually provides a lot of relief from the symptoms naturally. So if you're in my area, I'd love for you to swing by and check out our office. But if you're not in our office or in our area, I'd still like to encourage you to look into chiropractic care by asking some friends who they see. And if you're still looking and can't find anybody, get in touch with me and I will be happy to help you find somebody. Thanks.